Hello YouTubers, it's Rob again. Thank you very much for joining me today for the next whisky review, which is of this, the 10-year-old Ardbeg single malt whisky from Islay in the West Islands of Scotland. Very good whisky this. Is a very peaty whisky from the south end of Islay. Three big distilleries in that area compete for offering the biggest smoky, peaty experience. Lafroig, Lagavulin and Ardbeg. Ardbeg is probably the cheaper of the three, this 10-year-old. The standard bottling of Lagavulin, for example, is 16 years old. This is just a 10, and the standard bottling of the Lafroig also a 10. Anybody who gets into whiskies in a reasonably big way will at least try or dip their toe in with the Islay whiskies, and this, I think, is absolutely the best to begin with. The Lafroig, I think, is very, very good, but I think it's a bit too medicinal in the peat smoke. The Lagavulin is also good, but with it being a 16-year-old, with that extra maturation, it has other flavours in there. It's not quite the quintessential Islay malt that this is. This is a very, very fashionable whisky, but the price has been kept reasonably competitive. I'm pleased to say it's available. It's very, very available, and the price, I think, is absolutely fair for what you're getting. It's not just marketing. I really think that the quality of this malt. I'm going to put the cork back on. The quality of this malt really matches the really means that it's at a competitive price. First thing you note is the colour. It's a light colour because this is a natural colour, and it's aged in bourbon barrels, not oak barrels. And it's also non-chill filtered. So it's natural colour, non-chill filtered, and bottled at 46%. Might be a little less in Europe, but it's 46% here in Canada. This bottle cost me 90 Canadian dollars plus tax, which put it just north of 100 Canadian dollars. I think it's quite a bit cheaper in the UK. I think it's about £40 all in. And immediately there is the peat smoke. For those that don't know, peat smoke is smoky, but it is not the kind of smoke that you would get from a bonfire that you built with unseasoned wood and then threw a load of rubbish on. It is an earthy and alluring smell. Two real shades of peat smoke. One is the earthy smoke and the other is a medicinal note like TCP. And both of that is present here. This is actually quite viscous as well. More viscous than you might expect from the colour. So yeah, this is a very, very peaty whisky, about 45 parts per million of phenols. There is a sweetness, I can't place it, but it's certainly there. It's an alluring, earthy smell. There's a rotten logs, there's a creosote. Yeah, more verdant smells, but still a hell of a lot of peat there. I drink this without water, by the way, despite its strength. Oh yeah, the peat just explodes. It's a leathery, earthy TCP peat. It feels thicker in the mouth than you might expect, a bit more syrupy. There's a sweetness there. But the thing that keeps me coming back to this one is that the whisky dances on your tongue like hot green chilies, like bird's eye chilies. And I find that exhilarating. in the same way that I enjoy biting into that green chilli. It really is an enlivening malt. Probably the best Islay for the money, I really do think so. Oh yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. There is a sweetness, as I say, I can't quite place it. It might be a honey, it might be a cane sugar, which is a bit strange, but there is definitely a sweetness there. As you take the whiskey, initially it does have a sweetness, it doesn't have a burn, then the burn comes in, but it's not the alcohol burn that you would get from a harsh vodka. Like I say, it is a green chilli, and it dances on your lips, on your tongue and on your throat as well. Exhilarating. This is absolutely superb. I will continue to drink this for as long as it's this good, and I hope that this quality is maintained. Oddly enough, this distillery is owned by LVMH, Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, the people who make very expensive champagne and luggage that's just screaming out to get stolen from the airport from the airport baggage reclaim. They do know how to make a whiskey though. There's a bit of pine in this, pine cones, pine needles. Those are the verdant notes. But a lot of smoky, rich, earthy peat and phenolic, medicinal peat as well. This thing does exactly what it says on the tin. So many whiskies are dressed up, so many make outrageous claims. This is just a wonderfully put together thing for the price, and long may it continue. It absolutely gets my vote. One thing I would definitely say, if you want to start on the Islay whiskies, you have to try the Ardbeg. You'll probably try the Lafroig and the Lagavulin. I think the Ardbeg gives the best possible introduction for the money. Don't buy the Bowmore to start with. The young Bowmores, they leave me feeling completely underwhelmed in every respect. I think they're quite alkaline and soapy. The Ardbeg is by far the best. Yeah, superb thing this. I think I'll leave it at that, YouTubers. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.